I had a moment during this Super Bowl. I was in my car with my buddies, and it was the fourth quarter, and the Patriots had just gotten their touchdown with Matt Collins. You had said, hey, the Matt Collins Super Bowl MVP is still alive. They were only down 15. My buddies, I got a buddy in the back seat, I got a buddy in the passenger seat, and Drake May just had a big completion for like a 15-yard pass for like a first down. And it's right before the first or the next interception that he throws. And I look over to my buddies after the completion. I'm like, is Drake May about to do a fucking Tom Brady and just pull off like a 3-touchdown fourth quarter? And then the very next play, he throws the interception. And my friend was like, nope.
I actually, it's crazy that you bring that up because I had a very similar experience. Because, like, of course, I thought Seattle was going to win, but I'm rooting for the Patriots the whole way through. Christian Gonzalez, Super Bowl MVP, let's fucking run it. And he was, for 3 quarters, I think, the best player on the field regardless. You know, Jason Myers is the other player that's up for contention, and that's a kicker, right? That play, they're down 15, like you said, and I'm like, holy fuck. Like, if they score here, they're going to be down 1 score. And how this game has gone, like, it's just wild to think about that. But then that fucking, like, that is one of the worst throws I have seen in a big game ever. I can't believe how bad that throw was.
It is the antithesis of what regular season Drake May was.
Yeah, exactly. The whole playoffs, for that matter, but especially the Super Bowl and that throw. I couldn't believe it, man.
Also, Matthews, people are fucking double standarding it again. People are doing this shit where they are saying it's last week, it's a regular season award. It doesn't matter that Drake May is in the fucking Super Bowl. Oh, Drake May did shit against the Seahawks, but Matthew Stafford had 3 good games against the Seahawks. What are you talking about? You just said it's a regular season award. This shouldn't fucking matter. You fucking lobotomite.
Yeah, I think the only like quasi exception to that regular season thing out of those awards is Coach of the Year. But even then, like, it's still a regular season award. But I'm also kind of saying that because I already disagreed with Mike Vrabel getting Coach of the Year, and he gets his fucking ass handed to him in that. He got so outmogged by that whole staff. Josh McDaniels needs to be fired. I don't want to see him in any level of coach. I don't know. That was one of the worst calls.
Josh McDaniels, Adam Gase, Matt Patricia,
Adam Gase.
Who else are we throwing in that category of coaches who are Doc Rivers? How do these guys get hired, man?
A lot of them are New England disciples, like Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, but Bill O'Brien had sustained success in Houston. I actually like Bill O'Brien as a coach.
I mean, if you call perennial 10-win teams success, I guess. Did he ever even win a playoff game? Maybe one.
He beat the Bills.
I thought the Bills won that game.
The John Brown passing touchdown to Josh Allen, they lost that game. Remember they had the opening thing in the second half where the Bills player tossed the ball or something in the kickoff, and they said it wasn't a give up of the ball or something, and so it was a touchdown. It was stupid.
You just jogged my memory. Yeah, I do remember that play, and I remember screaming about it at the time. I completely forgot that play happened.
I remember that game so vividly because John Brown had a passing touchdown.
That play was pretty damn that was a pretty cool play.
It was a dot, and Allen took a hit to get that tutty.
That must have been their only win, right? Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, because then they had the 41 unanswered against the Chiefs. That was fucking awesome.
Oh my God, I am a human. Jesus Christ. You visit the site too much. Are you sure you're a human? Yes. Yeah, so they won the wild card that season and then lost the divisional. He was fired after week 4 the next year. I don't remember that either.
Okay, I feel like this is cheating, dude. A fucking 9-year-old just broke a world record in Andover, Kansas because she did 17 burpees in 30 seconds.
No, they're way closer to the ground.
You're way lower to the ground. Yeah.
This stupid fucking kids, man. I swear.
Yeah, dude. Like, imagine me doing 17 burpees in 30 seconds, dude. The amount of ground I would have to cover in 3 burpees is their 17, dog.
You know how many people are going to be running like silly damage control about like, no, I actually hate kids. Like I think that children should be murdered because of this because they don't want to be construed as pedophiles.
Dude, I love the state of our government is, yeah, we're guilty. So what? You know it now, at least.
Yeah, I mean, they control that side controls everything right now, and the way to make them pay is through your votes. I'm
Hopefully he
sure
just gets fucking impeached already.
he won't get
I don't
impeached until
understand how
midterms. The House and Senate need to split. I would be shocked if he gets impeached before that.
there is so much widespread hate for Trump right now. I feel
There
like
is.
his MAGA group is starting to crumble a bit.
We're entering that territory of like the most unpopular presidency in American history. Like W. Bush had like 25% approval by the end of his second term. Like
This has to be easily the most controversial one.
or egregious evil, any adjective you want to throw at it. So my point is though that like I definitely agree, and there's going to be there's more and more fervor each day against fighting against these people, but I just don't know how much that translates to Congress. I just don't know how many Republican Congress members are actually going to like vote along with Democrats and independents and whatever. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong.
I don't
Yeah.
think people realize how close Kansas is to flipping blue just based on the high populated cities all being liberal. Wichita, Topeka, and there's this
Yeah.
like big suburb right outside of KC, like Olathe
Oh,
and
is it Overland Park?
and it is yes, super super liberal, and that's where all the like high population is in Kansas. And with all the people coming in from California, which that's something that not a lot of people know about. Californians are migrating to Kansas a lot.
Yeah.
Kansas is getting a lot of people from California just because they are tired of paying so much to live. And
Yeah.
living in Kansas allows you to travel. So that's a big like selling point to live in Kansas. So a lot of people are coming here to retire in Wichita and stuff. And then they're voting blue. So I think people are not as aware, but Kansas is not as dead set on red as it used to be.
I feel like a lot of them will flip, especially in 2028 as well. Because, like you said, like a lot of people that did vote are like, what did I do? You know, and why? Like, I need to be so adamant against this because this is obviously very wrong. And you know,
Yeah, JD Vance could be the greatest candidate of all time, and he's associated with Donald Trump, and I can't vote for him.
luckily he isn't, and he has the charisma of a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, he fucking sucks. He's a loser.
And it's shocking to say he might be less competent than Trump. Because Trump is very incompetent.
Less competent, but less retarded.
I don't even know if that's true either, honestly. Some of these interviews that he's had recently are like, what the fuck, man?
I think Ted Cruz is the dumbest elected official in the United States.
He is really stupid too.
Pushing for war on a country that you do not know the population of is genuinely retarded. Like genuine retardation.
I think that the dunk is funny. I don't think knowing the population is necessarily a big deal, but it's that plus every other thing that Ted Cruz had no clue about.
Plus pushing for war against them. You cannot push for war against a country that you do not know the assets of.
Right. It's exactly, and that's my point. It's not just the population, it's literally everything else that he did not know.
How many nuclear weapons do they have? I don't know. Why are you pushing for war?
The only thing he knows is the skin color and religion that those people are. That's it.
Yeah, they're Persians. They're Persians. I know they're Persians.
Yeah, let me tell you something, man.
Yeah, tell us. Do tell.
No, you already said everything I could say. But introing to what? Coast to Coast? Coastal
Yeah.
Ball?
Let me go
Coast
grab
to
water real quick.
Coast. I don't think we're doing
I'll
nose
run.
ball this week, are we?
Nah, we're not.
You know, what are
I
you
didn't
doing?
have
Yay,
anything
Seahawks
planned.
won.
It would've-
Seahawks
yeah,
won.
yeah. We'll briefly. Yeah, Seahawks won. Congratulations, you fucking assholes! I hate you so much, but not as much as the Rams.
I mean, one of us would be upset, right? Either you or me.
Yeah, very true.
So, I would be lying to you though if I said I am upset with the outcome. I'm happy that you're sad. How about that? I'm such a good co-host. Such a good co-host, yeah.
But I
the
want
best
the old
co-host.
best from you.
That's what I did to you.
What kind of handshake deal can we get done while Jacob's gone?
I'm back.
Oh,
No, fuck this guy, bro. Fuck
you got
this
me.
guy.
You got me.
Fuck this guy.
He was probably fucking
so
standing
glad
there
I'm
for like
recording.
30 seconds,
That was actually
waiting
hilarious.
for me to say something.
I literally just walked in.
That was actually hilarious.
Not scripted, ladies and gents. Not scripted.
Dude, I was thinking while I was up there, I was like, dude, I grabbed the worst fucking snack for a podcast.
Dude, I thought that was a fucking wipe, bro. Like baby wipes? I thought that was a fucking box for baby wipes.
It kind of does give a tissue box vibe a little bit, but
It does.
that
No?
is really funny. Yeah, what? You didn't get a napkin or anything? No! How dare you? How? How dare you? Fuck. Shots have been fired very early in this show. All right, Vitor, give us our welcome to Coast to Coast. Probably 15 minutes in to this recording.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by my two dumb fucks of like friends, I guess, morons, co-hosts.
We're the best of friends, guys.
We know we would probably rip each other's throats out if we met each other in person, which is why we haven't done it yet, and that's why we're still best friends.
I wouldn't do it while you're wearing a OPEF shirt, so maybe that's why you're wearing it.
I have a shield right now.
Yeah.
I think this is my first time drinking Gatorade since senior year.
It looks delicious, I must say.
I'm not gonna lie. Life-changing nostalgia moment right now. I just got taken straight back to the baseball diamond.
Nice. That's a good feeling.
But I don't have a lot of crazy news going on other than my car fucked up, which we talked about before the show and isn't
God
really
damn
interesting. But we do have the Winter Olympics going on, and unfortunately, the French are back at it again, cheating. You know, fucking lack of integrity individuals over there in France.
You motherfucker, you're still in my bit. God damn it.
Anthony, explain the bit because I know nothing about it. I just hate the French, other than in Expedition 33.
It is popular to hate the French as an American. I will say, as a United Station,
We say this entirely sarcastically. We don't actually have issues with the French.
Well, maybe you
Don't
don't.
we?
But I mean, like that.
And the only good thing that ever came out of France is Gojira and Obscure 3030, but I have to play Obscure 33, so.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Dude, that's the greatest compliment I can give Claire Obscure is it made me sympathize with the French person.
Look, I'm a big fan of the Statue of Liberty as well. I think that's really cool. Thank you for the gift, but I will not be re-gifting something back to you. I just can't afford it. You know,
Imagine
one man.
surrendering in a war.
No, but see, like even Vitor has something against them because like French is the pretentious Latin language, you know, not Portuguese, not Spanish, not Italian. It's French. That's the pretentious one.
There you go.
Yeah, like who the fuck says toi when they're talking about three? Like
French.
Come on, man.
French, because of course.
No,
Like
yeah.
I want 2 cheeseburgers. Duh.
Cheeseburgers. I don't know.
You're too stuck up to say the O on your uno, so you just say un.
Well, in Spanish, uno and un is both one. It just depends on context of the word and when you're using the numbers. So I'm sure that probably applies to every Latin language. I don't know, Vitor, give us your facts and logic there.
You'd be close to being correct, I imagine.
You don't know?
I mean, I wish I would speak every language in the world to tell you for sure if you're right.
Well, you're an expert witness here, being fluent in Portuguese as well.
which is why for my limited scope, I'll tell you that you're right.
So are Brazilians just Portugals?
Don't ever say that again.
What? Brazilians just Portugals?
Don't ever say that again, buddy.
Oh wow, that is something else. Jesus Christ.
To answer your question, yes, we were colonized by the Portuguese.
Yes. There was an
But-
agreement. There was an agreement in place between the Portuguese and Spanish that granted the Portuguese the country Brazil, and
Correct.
that's basically it. And then the Spanish got the rest of Central and Southern America.
And yet, when someone thinks of the language Portuguese, they think of Brazil. So I would say the Portuguese are pretty bad at colonizing. I don't know.
I was about to say, wait, how did Portugal colonize Brazil when Brazil is like 10 times the size?
Well, I mean, Brazil is still very largely forested. Like, despite all the deforestation efforts, they're really trying their best. It's still like mostly rainforest coverage and stuff like that. And
Nah, I will say there's a lot of people in Brazil. Like it's
no,
top 7,
the
top
population centers are huge.
5.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's absolutely bizarre.
Let's see.
Yeah, isn't
but-
El Rio Grande like one of the top 5 most populated cities?
Which
Mexico
city?
City has the largest population of
Oh,
any
yeah.
city, doesn't it?
Mexico City? No,
I
Tokyo.
know that's not Brazil, but I was just
Tokyo.
No, I
would be
understand.
Number one.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Is it Tokyo?
Largest cities in the world.
But density, right? Not number.
Well, if you're going by population density, I still think it's Tokyo.
No, I
by
would think it's
density,
Tokyo.
By density, Tokyo makes sense, but if it's not density, I think it's Mexico City.
Wouldn't Beijing like
Okay,
be
so-
insanely high as well?
This is the Google. I want World Population Review. We'll go to World Population Review and see what's going on. Okay, so I think that World Population Review includes city and like metro area. In that case,
Okay.
Tokyo is nearly 37 million population, and then Delhi is 35.5 million. Shanghai 31 million. Dhaka is 25 million. Cairo 23.5, and then Sao Paulo 23.2 million about, and then Mexico City right behind Sao Paulo with 23 million.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, the annual change. It also has annual trends here. So currently, actually, the 2025 population for Tokyo was just over 37 million, and right now it is sunk below 37 and just at 36.9. So they have a 0.22% loss, whereas Sao Paulo has
Isn't that like
0.78%
half of
gain.
Japan's population?
If not more. Japan population. 122 million, so about a quarter or a third.
Damn.
You got to see like aerial photos or satellite images of Tokyo just to see how like how huge that's like. It is unbelievably massive. Obviously super dense as well, but let me share my screen so you guys can see this entire like bay section, including the peninsula. There you go. Gigantic.
Yeah.
Why does it look like it has a bunch
the
of
fuck?
hands?
A bunch of hands. Where do you see
Yeah, I
hands?
see what you're saying. Yeah, like off the ocean,
Bro, that's just the dredge.
right?
What?
That's
It's got
literally
like.
just the dredge. Oh my god.
Oh no, I see
No,
what you're
look
saying.
up-
Yeah,
Well, it's low-key scary, bro.
there's like 2 eyeballs in the center.
Yeah, can you pull up a picture of the dredge from Dead by Daylight? That is the
It's
dredge.
literally just it's literally just a dredge.
Yeah.
Peak character, by the way. Peak character.
Dude, I fucking love the dredge. Nobody knows how to
Well-
counter Nightfall. It's so fun.
One of my favorite killers for sure.
Here's another like not satellite but
Well, I've
super
seen this
aerial
photo.
image. Like
I've seen
fucking
this photo. Yeah.
crazy.
Insane.
Another one there. Yeah, massive
Wow.
city. Like, and you think like you look at L.A. and L.A. County or New York, and you're like, Man, that's crazy that this is in the United States, but those aren't even like Mexico City's 3 times the size of New York, basically. It's
Right.
ridiculous.
Yeah, is New York the most dense?
I think by actual city, yes. By county, it might be LA, or it might be DFW is probably up there too.
It
Largest.
could be one of the or not the fucking bayous, you fucking idiot. One of the what?
Oh yeah, of course Chicago. Can't forget Chicago.
One of the boroughs.
Well, Manhattan's the biggest borough, but yeah. So New York City, Chicago.
Yeah,
the
but
big
would
ones,
Manhattan be the most
LA.
dense?
Yeah, Manhattan would be the most dense for sure. Let's go to Statista here and just take a look. Fuck your cookies. So the New York, New Jersey, Jersey City, Newark metro area is estimated about 19.5 million people in 2023. And then Los Angeles metro area is listed at about almost 13 million metro area. And then after that, Chicago, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, Atlanta, and then DC, Philadelphia. So yeah, and then Miami, Fort Lauderdale. There you go. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Look at me go.
Yeah.
I'm right there.
Man, St. Louis is just such a shitty city. Fuck St. Louis.
So
All
I've
right.
heard. So I've heard from Jacob again and again.
Low key, St. Louis. I've only been in St. Louis for like 3 hours, and it was some of the worst 3 hours of my life.
My fucking god, bro. What if all of our listeners are from St. Louis, man?
I don't know, man. There's a lot of Broncos fans.
Yeah, we do have a lot
Yeah,
a lot of Bronco fans for some reason. It's crazy. It's almost like we talk shit on them every week that we possibly can. They must Bronco fans, being Mile High and everything. They really must just get high off of. Well, they do get high, but they must really get high off of high off of cock and ball torture or something. The way that we treat them, and they still keep coming back. It's crazy. Thank you for that. We appreciate it, but you too. Fuck you.
Dude, I'm trying to think. Is there a more disliked city than Boston, sports-wise?
No. Sports-wise, no shot.
I mean, New York naturally is up there as well, I think.
Especially for the trio of Celtics, Bruins, and
Patriots
and Red Sox. Like, it's all a bunch of shithole.
Nah, dude, Red Sox aren't even hateable, dude. It's just the fucking Patriots.
No, they're definitely
Celtics,
fourth. Yeah, Red Sox are definitely fourth, but like the other three, bro, fucking Chernobyl, bro.
Yeah, dude. Because I was thinking, I was like, is there a more unlikable team than the Bruins? And then I was like, the Celtics, and then I was like, the Patriots. And I was like,
yeah, and naturally, my girlfriend knowing this fact, she just goes for Boston sports. I don't know what the fuck it is. Like, she tells me, I don't know. I don't even think she's actually a fan. Like, she's definitely not a fan. She does this shit to piss me off.
She just does a little trolling.
She okay. So she got home. So she arrived in Boston. She was here last week. And she arrived, and I mean, she arrived, and it was the day before the Super Bowl. And she sent me a picture of this building, right in downtown Boston, and like Little Italy and whatnot. And she sends me a picture, and this fucking building just says "Go Pats," and it says, "Look at this beautiful view." Like, fuck off, beautiful view. And like, I was in her house and we were watching Bruins against the Panthers, and she was celebrating the Bruins goal, like staring at me. And then she tells me, and I ask her, why do you not cheer for the same team as me so we celebrate together? And she was like, oh, let's make it a competition, so at least one of us is happy. And then I'm like, at least one of us is sad. Like, what type of logic is this?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Groovy, you just learned what communism is.
Yeah. The fuck?
I think honestly, I think that's all. No, that's more capitalist than anything, because there's a winner and a loser always. Whereas like you all either all win or you all lose. So I actually think the other way is actually true if you think about it.
Well, regardless, I did not have a fun time. So I hope she listens and she starts to, cheer for my teams.
I don't think I can call
inevitable.
myself.
I'm not
I
gonna-
don't think I can call myself the masturbator anymore. It sounds like it's your girlfriend.
Dude, on God,
Yeah.
dude, your girlfriend
Yeah.
is definitely the masturbator.
Wow, like 100%.
Yeah, when it comes to the most hated teams thing, though, Boston's of course up there for most people, but it's definitely very regional. Like Philadelphia fans are going to hate New York the most, always, and people that are on the West Coast are always going to hate the Dodgers the most if they don't root for them, for example, So I think it has a lot to do with geography. To give you a very boring answer
That's
that made
fair.
Jacob yawn.
Exposure is a big part of it. Like,
Yeah.
Texas is very fucking unlikable. I cannot, like, me personally, Texas is worse than anything. I can't stand that orange piece of shit.
Horns down, horns down.
And I want Arch Manning as my quarterback. That's how good he is.
I think he's
How
gonna
good
be
we
a
hope he is.
big ass fucking bust, bro.
Maybe.
He's
Possible.
not going to be, dude. You just
He has the attitude of a bust, like all over him, bro.
I don't see it.
He's literally Shadur 2.0. Write it down.
Oh, that's a nice take. That's a fun, bold take.
That is a hot shit take. Oh my god, that is JJ for MVP levels of bad. Holy fuck, that's Zach Wilson QB1 level bad.
Oh yeah.
That level? No, it's not. It's not that level, bro.
Dog, I can't get behind the Arch hate. Regardless, though, we're getting sidetracked. Broofy, you have a game prepared for us today.
I have a game.
And we've been beating around the bush for 31 minutes now.
I even forgot what the game was. No, I'm kidding.
No!
I came prepared, and
The philosophy
now
was
before
us
we started recording.
philosophizing an episode when he forgets it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
real. I did say before we started recording that I had good news and bad news about this segment that I have planned. So the good news is I think it's going to generate a lot of conversation. And I think it's going to be quite fun.
Yay!
Okay? The bad news is I don't think there's going to be necessarily a winner. Well, I mean, there's going to be a winner to my standards. There's no scoring. Okay?
Oh, that makes me so mad. I'm not.
There is no scoring.
Okay.
But like there's no objective scoring, but I will give a point to whoever I agree the most. But you guys shouldn't give your thoughts based on that. Like I need you guys to give your honest responses and thoughts on this. Not what I think.
I will consider what
Don't
you
want
just
us to
said,
be
and I will
sycophant.
refuse to give my honest answers. I will try
Beautiful.
to cater to you 100% of the way.
these topics that we're gonna be getting to are very philosophical, or at least some of them, and it's gonna require some of your own ethics and personality. So if you consider my opinion or my judgment over your ethics and personality, I'm flattered, really. Okay, but that's not what we're here for.
Okay.
Okay, beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're playing Would You Rather.
Gentlefish.
Oh boy, would you rather? Oh boy, I can't wait. Jacob, you're going down.
So we're playing Would You Rather, and I have
I'm
11
going down.
points. Oh,
You're going down.
oh.
Yeah,
we haven't even explained the segment. Not that it needs a lot
this
of
is exactly what
explanation.
happens when Brophy
But-
says it's not a competition, by the way.
I was about to say, we already have
We
trash
make it-
talk in a non-competitive segment. And look at us go. All because I said I'm judging the responses. Fuck.
That's how new court cases should be now. It should just be a fucking like a cage match between the defendant and the
Right.
prosecutor.
Yeah.
One of those
Just like
chess
fucking
game
go at it,
matches.
man. No more judges. Just get a referee in there. We're good to go.
Real. So, I think it gets more philosophical as we go. So it's gonna start off lighter, okay? And right off the bat, I'm starting. Very simple. I think we talked about this before in the pod, but just to get our feet wet, okay? Would you rather tackle a full speed Derrick Henry or break a Ray Lewis tackle?
Okay, and this implies that we're successful in doing one of those things.
This implies that you're attempting it. What would you rather to attempt?
Oh, what would I rather attempt? Okay.
Yes.
Is it though we have to do it until we succeed?
Yes. I'll answer to that. Yes.
Okay, then it is 100% tackling Derrick Henry.
I actually
I
disagree.
am not dodging. I am not dodging Ray Lewis in the slightest. Even in open field, there's no chance in hell.
But I mean, what? How old is Ray Lewis now? Let's look that up.
We're talking about prime, not today. Prime Ray Lewis, prime Derrick Henry.
Oh, that's not fun. No, no, this is good though because I actually do naturally disagree with this, and maybe it's just because like I'm more confident in my overall mass than Jacob is with his. But I think that there's a chance, and we're talking like 0.1% chance that I break a Ray Lewis tackle, whereas a Derrick Henry like full speed coming at me, I have to try to take him down. You know, I might be able to grab an ankle, but if that's if I'm not fucking absolutely knocked out with a concussion.
I can't
CTE
lie. My
before that.
strategy with Derrick Henry is I'm launching 10 yards before he gets to me. He's not going to get a chance to
Now-
lower and truck me because I'm going to be at his foot level by the time he gets to me. And
Why are
I'm
we
going
assuming that?
straight for those ankles.
Why are we assuming Derrick Henry's just running straight? Why can he not?
Okay,
juke you?
I'll dive on the ground and miss him entirely multiple times over before I'll get hit by Ray Lewis, you fucking idiot.
I don't know who he's calling an idiot here because I disagree with him. Is he calling both of us an idiot? I would never do that.
Both
host.
of you are dumb.
I
You
would
don't know
never
what
do
side I'm
that.
on.
No
Anthony.
way.
You don't know whose side I'm on.
There's no way that you
I-
guys are in favor of Ray Lewis over Derrick Henry. Just mentality-wise. Derrick Henry is calm. He's collected. Yeah, he wants to fuck you up, but let's be real. He doesn't care about hurting an innocent civilian. Ray Lewis would just kill you
They're
for the
both
fun
getting
of it.
paid for this. They're both getting paid for this. He wants to
we
beat your
did-
ass. He wants to put you on the ground.
Yeah, like we've been talking so
Huh?
much shit on Derrick Henry. Like he cannot believe the gall, the stones that we had. You know, and the fact that we
To
cast
talk
those
down on the
stones.
king, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You're saying that you're just gonna roll
Derrick
your,
Henry
your
hates
ass
us
over
like
Jacob and
Anakin
tackle
hates
Derrick Henry?
Obi-Wan
Is this
in
what you're
episode
saying?
3. That's the context.
all right. Well, that,
Okay, well let's look in our answers and see who I agree with. So Anthony is saying that he'd rather break a Ray Lewis tackle.
yeah, I'd rather attempt that. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
and then Jacob says he'd rather tackle a full speed Derrick Henry.
Mhm.
Well, I gotta give Anthony the point here because I think you're a moron, Jacob.
There's just no fucking way.
You know how much easier it
There's
is
no
to play
fucking way.
offense? Like that is an inherent part of this. In my opinion.
You have to break the tackle. You cannot not get contacted by Ray Lewis. I don't think you understand that.
I have to attempt to break the tackle.
No, The
Yes.
rule is you have to do it until you successfully do it.
I don't remember.
That
That's
was
correct.
what we agreed on.
Okay, well,
No,
I
that
don't
is
remember
correct.
hearing that. I just remember hearing you attempt to do one of those things. But I
No,
think
you have to
again,
do it
attempt
until you
complete it.
succeed.
I think I would complete breaking a tackle before I complete
There's
tackling
no
Derrick
shot.
Henry. I'm not fast
I
enough.
do
There's
agree.
no shot.
I'm not fast enough to tackle him if he changes direction. I'm just not. Whereas, like, there is 1 in 1,000 chance that I could just, he tries to trip me or something, and I don't fall. Like, yeah.
No. 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 Mm-mm. Not happening.
Okay.
Okay, beautiful. Next topic.
We're just gonna leave
Would
it
you
like
rather?
that.
No, I already spoke my piece. You already spoke your piece. What else is there to say? We're gonna talk about Ray Lewis and Derrick Henry all night.
No. This is great.
It's just coast to coast, not Coast Knows Ball.
There you go. Would you rather take a big shit and clog the toilet on the first date, or on the first day at a job, or at a new job? First day at a new job.
On the first date, first day at a new job, or what?
Yeah, so you either fuck up the toilet on your first date or on your first day at a new job.
First date. 100% first date. You can blow off a first date so much easier than you can blow off a first job. First day at the job.
Well, we're not
'Cause
blowing. We don't have to
first
blow
date-
anything off. I don't know where you're getting that from. We're just clogging the toilet. Like, that's the janitor's job. Regardless of what happens. Sorry, man.
Do they even know it's your fault? Like at the job, do they even know it's your fault? Like
Exactly.
if you're at a date.
Exactly. We're
At a
playing
date,
Among Us
at
now.
a date,
Like,
at a date. How are
like-
you gonna hide that? How are you gonna hide that?
who dropped that deuce? We don't know.
If you're at the restaurant, dude, you can just walk out and be like, that wasn't me.
Yeah, you could do that at the store too. It's a
Yeah, but
job.
look how long you're gonna take. Look how long you're gonna take. Like your date's gonna wait.
Yeah,
Your job killed me.
Nah, you can't do that
You're
at
getting
the
paid
store.
to get shit.
Because sometimes with that, when you're at a job, like, it's obvious when someone goes to the bathroom. When I was working at my bank, dog, there was only 4 of us. We knew who went to the bathroom last.
Well, that's kind of your problem for working at such a small establishment, honestly. Like, couldn't
Damn.
be me. Couldn't be Vitor either.
Yeah,
apparently.
sorry, local businesses. Y'all should just shut down.
Yeah.
Death to local businesses. We are
Have to look
Death
at
to
businesses,
capitalism.
small businesses.
Folks,
yeah, fuck small
folks.
businesses.
Coast to Coast is sponsored by Walmart. Where there will always be at least 10 employees on the job, which used to be a full Among Us lobby.
Yeah, just play Among Us in the job.
Yeah.
There's at least 2 imposters.
With inflation, you have to have at least 12 employees by 2026.
You and your coworker Dave can both drop deuces together and have Evan, the janitor, go clean them up. They'll never know. You guys can
True.
vouch for each other.
This deuce story is reminding me of a situation where my coworker immediately had to clean off a pile of shit from the seat of a toilet the second that he got clocked in.
That's beautiful.
He got clocked in. The manager pulled him to the side, walked him to the bathroom, and said, "I need you to clean this up."
Nice. And that actually to me though is another element of this, because even if it's on the first day, like, and you do, like, you have to own up to it for some reason, like, you have the capacity then to clean it yourself if required. Whereas, like, if you're on a first date and you do it in a restroom that you don't have the capacity to clean up for it after it, like, that's even more awkward. And Vitor's a great point with the wait time too. Like, I don't want to be like sitting there, without my date at the table. Maybe they think I stood them up and left or something, and then they end up leaving because I come out 15 minutes later like, woo, I'm ready for round 2. Oh, wait. Round 1 didn't even finish. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, first day of the job.
Broofy, who do you think?
You're going date and Anthony's going job.
Yeah.
Dude, it's got to be 2-0 Anthony, Jacob. What's going on here? What's going on here?
I
It
guess
sounds
we're
like
just-
we're keeping score here.
Yeah, dude.
I
Who
am.
can
I
who
am.
can predict what Barufi's gonna go with? That's what it is.
Now, I promise I have all of my sides picked beforehand. So I promise there's zero bias involved. Or in the argumentation, by the way.
I trust you.
My mind is set.
I trust you.
I trust you.
Okay. Cool. So now we start thinking a little more here, fellas.
Great.
All right.
Would you rather? I mean, this is not that philosophical, but it's starting to get there. Okay, it's really the fifth one. The fifth one is where we start. But anyway, would you rather have people laugh at you like a sitcom anytime you speak, or make your farts inevitably loud like a hockey horn?
Obviously the farts, not even close. Dude, you're telling me I got a star talent and I can control that. Like, I can control when I fart.
You know,
That's okay. Sure.
the fart thing would be so unbelievably funny. Like, I would have a laugh track following me 24/7 anyway because of that. So, like, why would I want both things to happen? I'd rather just have one of the things to happen, where people just laugh. The laugh track, the sitcom laugh track, just keeps playing. Especially for me, because I talk all day long. I mean, you guys know, you guys can't get me to shut the fuck up. Look at me talking right now. I'm just spewing out random bullshit, and you guys have no idea. Like, I could just become.
Now imagine the sitcom laughing.
There's a laugh track going on while
Yeah, there's a laugh track going on, by the way. You forgot it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, like. You know, when I fart the most is in the middle of the night, naturally. Like at 3 in the morning. These fucking sirens coming out of the room, and like everyone around you's like, what is happening in there? Like, I can't believe the noise. I have to go number one.
Dude, it would be even funnier if the fart, every time you fart, it's just a really loud goal.
It's a different hockey sound every time. It just randomizes the hockey
It's
sound.
different arenas, yeah. I have different arenas every time, yeah.
Yeah, like one of them is just shattered glass.
Alright, so
Oh man.
Or
Wow.
farts, right?
Anthony is going
fart.
laugh. Jacob is
Yeah.
going fart.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'm happy to announce that Jacob cuts the lead. It's 2-1.
Congratulations on the board.
Thank you. Eventually, Broofy had to be normal.
Yeah, eventually, right? Okay. And this was the very first one that I thought of. I put these in a proper order, but this was the very first would you rather that I thought of. Would you rather be a student in Hogwarts or a hobbit in the Shire?
Oh,
Student in Hogwarts, not even close.
that is such a fascinating.
And
question.
they're very different ends of the spectrum, and I have some opinions.
They
I'm
are.
too comfortable. I'm way too comfortable with modern life.
Yeah,
to do it
that is a big aspect of it. Obviously, Hogwarts is 13th century motif and everything. But you're in the contemporary world outside of school. The only thing that like is a drawback here is being a student. I don't want to be a child again. If it could be like I am like a groundskeeper like Hagrid, or I'm a professor at Hogwarts because I'm an adult now, like that would be a very attractive option as well, I think. Also because like I'm going into the teaching field, so that's would be a very desirable job anyway.
Yeah, but would
for
you
me.
rather be a kid again, or would you rather be 4 foot tall?
But there is
Well,
a
and
reason why I said
so-
student, and I can discuss that later.
Yeah, well, because they're both the same size. They're a comparable size.
Okay, fair. That's not
part-
why I
that-
picked it, by the way.
Okay. But for just to steel man the Hobbit's argument, like, yeah, no modern amenities or anything like that. But
Beautiful place.
It is a life of total bliss. Total bliss. You have, like, the only 4 hobbits in the story that know that anything about the ring is going on are the 4 hobbits in our story. Everyone else, like, you go back to the Shire
Not
at the
even
end.
Bilbo knows.
Not even Bilbo. He had his journey, but he has no idea what else is going on. He thinks that Frodo lost the ring. Every other hobbit has no clue the tribulations. That's part of the emotional impact of that moment when they themselves share a pint of ale each, and that's it. And that's like them. And they come back home, but home doesn't really come back to them. That bliss and just that like sense of community and everyone doing something and, you know, everyone just having a good time, getting drunk, eating food, having kids. You know, Sam ends up having 9 kids. Like, that's a very comfortable life. And I think the world of Middle Earth would be really awesome to explore too if I was a Bilbo
world.
type. So
yeah.
I think I'm actually going to go a Hobbit here.
All right, Rufy, we already know you're picking Middle Earth.
So this is where you guys are going to be surprised. I'm going student in Hogwarts.
I'm not surprised by that, actually, but I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I think these are very different ends in the spectrum. One, and the reason why I said student is like that world of like knowledge and being ambitious and like learning and pushing yourself, not being comfortable, right? Whereas the Hobbit and the Shire, I have both parts of being a Hobbit in a Shire, being a student in Hogwarts, and my personality. I'm someone with ambition that I like to explore, I like to learn. At the same time, I love peace. I like to live my life and not be disturbed. So I could totally do both, right? But if I have to pick between the two here, I'm just going student in Hogwarts just because of that. I've always enjoyed being a student and always enjoyed to learn, and I'm looking forward to being a student again. So I think that's just part of my personality.
It was a very tight race. I just think like the setting of the Shire is more preferable to me. Like, where would I rather be every day? Probably the Shire. I think that was really the thing. What I thought you were going to say though is like, you're a fucking wizard when you go to Hogwarts. I mean,
also that, bro. Like, come on, that's so fucking cool,
That is
bro.
such an attractive argument.
Come on,
I can't believe
also that, right?
I can't believe Jacob didn't bring that up. Like, you are a wizard, Harry. Like,
yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah. As much as I love Lord of the Rings, so if I had to pick between these two, for reasons I already explained, I would pick Student Hogwarts.
I mean, the magic system is a lot more.
And as much as I love the Shire, and I do like the Shire more than Hogwarts, I also love the Hogwarts. I also love the castle. And, go to Hogsmeade and shit. So, anyway.
Now, practically speaking, though, I will say I would probably also choose Hogwarts because of what Jacob said with the modern amenities. I don't think I could technically live without them either, but in an ideal sense, I would lean Shire.
Yep, beautiful. So it's 2-2 right now. Jacob tied it. And now, next one. Would you rather see the past or see the future?
Ooh. What does that imply? Past. I have to know what that implies. Like, can we like...
We can discuss it.
Are we just observing or are we able to impact things?
Just observing.
Just observe. And so nothing we do would impact it.
No impact.
Man.
Past. I want to see the... I can't say that on the pod.
The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
I was going to say I want to see the bombs in the building.
Oh my fucking
God, Jacob. What the fuck, bro?
Whoa. Wow. Man, that would be so... Both of these are so fucking, like... Either of these would
I
be...
just wish that I could have witnessed the perfect 720 corkscrew spin that training pilot made into the Pentagon.
Jesus Christ.
To be able to witness such excellent flight would be electric.
I really thought you were going to take it somewhere else, but nope, you went straight back to it. You have to appreciate your consistency, at least, I guess. But enough of that.
No, I don't want to see the future. Even though I could bet on sports, I don't care.
But you can't... I don't even know if that would be allowed. I guess when you came back, you could, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You saw the future, you come back, and you just bet on it.
But then that would affect... You would be impacting the future, though. Like, if your past self in the present...
Yeah, but at that point, the future that you're seeing, you have the money from making that bet.
that would be what it would have to be, that because it couldn't be anything else. I just don't know.
Okay, but if it was me looking into the future, that is exactly what the outcome would be 100 times out of 100.
you would see yourself winning a bet, though. Like that's the core thing that we have to get at. Like, do we really?
Okay, so if we're saying we get to pick what we see, then yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna pick whatever sports game is going on the next day, whatever the exact score is. I'm gonna put $10 on the exact score and just win.
But you're putting. But you would have to put $10 on before you go because you can't impact the future. That's what I'm saying.
No, you just impact it after you see it, because then you go and live it.
That's not part of the rule. Vitor said you're just an observer, so you could observe yourself. That's what I'm saying. You could observe yourself. Yeah, you're not doing anything
in the future. Oh my god, how are you not comprehending what I'm saying? Groovy, you're on the page that I'm on, right?
Vitor, you're getting what I'm saying. Help us clear this up, because I'm clearly missing something. I did
not
understand.
think about this when I made the prompt, and
if
both of you guys have
Vitor, if you are just an observer observing the future, you cannot go back to the present to affect said future, because said future is technically happened.
Already happened, yeah.
Because you observed it.
Okay, but then what the fuck is the point in seeing the future? Are you just dead and we're just a ghost in the future now?
I don't know, maybe you want to see what Jupiter looks like, because space travel's the thing. I don't know.
At this point, no.
I'm not even saying that.
Dumb, because if we're
my idea. Okay, let me explain this.
Back to the present, then you're not observing the future. That is stupid.
Let me explain this. When I made the prompt, I formulated on basically just seeing how events turned out, not seeing how events turned out and using it for your own advantage. That's how I thought.
That's how I interpreted it, and I didn't even say that I was picking the future, so I feel like Jacob's putting words
philosophically completely changes it and makes it uninteresting. There's no reason to see the future if you cannot then do anything why would I go see the future if I then have zero ability to act on it when I'm back in the present?
And that was
there's no point in me seeing the future.
And that was my argument to you, but you were talking about sports betting. Like making a bet after seeing it. So that was my exact argument.
Your exact argument is that the prompt is stupid?
My exact argument is that going to see the future is uninteresting. It's not as interesting as the past.
Well, I was saying the prompt is stupid then you can't do anything about it.
Well, I made it that way because then what's the point of seeing the past?
Yes, exactly.
What's the point of seeing the past?
I have to side with Jacob. I think that the prompt is flawed if you can't do anything about it. If you're just a pure observer, I'm sure there are some people that would just like to, okay, let's see what space travel's like. Let's see what aliens are like, whatever it may be. But I think a lot of people would have a much greater affinity for, like, I want to go watch Julius Caesar get murdered. You know what I mean? And that's much more interesting, especially if I can't do anything about it. I'm just witnessing the event, you know? And think about a lot of religious people that would want to go see religious events and things of that nature. So yeah, if you can't affect anything that happens, going into the past is more fulfilling, especially as a history buff.
The first thing that came into my mind was actually the Miracle on Ice. Being at Madison Square
Miracle on Ice was so phenomenal.
I would want to see.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, timely with the Winter Olympics, sure. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we agree. Vitor, do you agree with us?
Well, you guys made some interesting points because I went into this thinking about the future, actually.
Right.
Just to purely see how, like, humanity fared. You know, not anything personal. Just to see.
I would become increasingly suicidal if I knew all the stuff that was going to go on in society and knowing I couldn't do a thing about it.
I was going to say a similar thing, like going into the future and seeing it all like means literally nothing. Be like, oh, what's the point? I'll just stay home today. I'll just stay in bed. I'll just watch this movie. Like you could actually get more done because you're like, well, nothing really matters anyway, so I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I want. That part of it is like interesting and cool, but outside of that, like, again, yeah, it depends on how far into the future you see too, I think, is a big deal. But again, if you could just see into the past and witness things, like, that is a movie in itself. So,
well, okay, I'll say this. The point doesn't matter because you guys both picked the same thing. ultimately.
Right.
I think had I like the only reason why I didn't allow altering events is because then I don't think there's any reason to go with the past. Personally, that's how
Well,
I
I
it
thought about
still
it.
depends.
disagree.
It depends on how
I
your
mean,
time
Anthony gave so
travel.
many reasons already why you would want to go to the past.
It,
Those
it
don't change just because you can't change it.
it depends
I just thought that
on
the potential of altering the future is just much more impactful
it
than
depends on
anything the
how
past
your
is gonna
time
provide you.
travel rules work. If you travel back in time and you
And then you're able to come
kill
back.
Hitler when he was a baby, and you come back and the whole world is completely different, that's like the Back to the Future style of it. Versus if you go back in time and kill baby Hitler, but then you are reinserted back into a different timeline, like Endgame, for example, like those two
Right.
realities of time travel work very differently. So I'd need to know the exact rules and parameters of that first. I would change something very small in the past
Yeah.
first, like what I had for breakfast that day, and see the effects when I come back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Time travel is too complex to put in a one sentence prompt
I mean,
Well,
like
it's all
that. So
theoretical. That's why.
it's theoretical,
yeah,
but it
also
is a
that.
really fascinating discussion. I really
But
enjoyed
with
that.
the current structure that we talked about, I'll probably go with the past as well. With the current discussion that we had.
As a pure observer.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Next one. Would you rather be mortal with knowledge or immortal with ignorance?
I already have ignorance. I might as well take the immortality.
All right. I am already immortal, so I'll take the knowledge.
Yeah, base.
The two sides of the same coin right there. I don't even know like how I don't even know how practical an explanation for this is. You know, it really I
I mean,
think
it's clearly obviously to be mortal and knowledgeable, because I mean, nobody wants to live forever.
I think that the mortality versus immortality is the big thing carrying a lot of weight here because like being able to live a very very long time is a very very attractive thing. Most people want to live a long time. Imagine living for thousands and thousands of years. At some point it would get so boring, so monotonous, so lonely. And if you were truly immortal and nothing could kill you, um that yeah, again, very very boring and lonely.
Fair enough. Well, since I guess we're both picking first option.
Yeah, I mean, you got to just take the knowledge. I mean, being immortal just means that all your friends are gonna die.
Yeah.
Rio. Sounds good. Okay. So now, I mean, since we know the last one, I didn't give a point for the last one. I'm not giving a point for this one as well. So we're still 2-2. We're still tied.
Okay. 0-0, baby.
Sounds good.
0-0. Yep. 2-2.
It's anyone's game. No horses taking a lead.
Now I like this next one that I thought, and I want to see where you guys go with this. Would you rather go to prison for 5 years for a crime you did not commit, or not be caught for a horrible crime that you did commit?
I think, I mean, it's
Would
very.
you rather have one American experience or the other?
It is a very very awful thing to say, and I will not be committing any horrible crimes ever in my life. But I am
Yeah.
taking the second option, of course. You're telling me I could get away with murder? Who wouldn't do that? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I get to fucking rob Logan Paul of all of his money and get away with it. That's
Yeah, like
peak.
it's a true get out of jail free card for anything. Well, it has to be really bad crime, right?
Let's change it to
Talking about a
where
horrible
it's something
crime.
that we have to feel extreme guilt about.
That's the point of the conversation. Like,
Yeah.
horrible crime. You committed mass murder, bro. But nobody
Well,
knows you
I
did it.
mean,
You're
Well,
on the
we've had
you're on the list.
we've had the discussion actually in the past about capital punishment and about like in a case
You
such
said 5
as
years though.
5 years.
5 years.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
just don't
think
think going to
that therapy
prisons.
will get over my guilty conscience in 2 years.
Yeah, the sentence is still shorter. Yeah, like 5 years for something I didn't do. It's already so bad enough that this actually happens, and it's of course a great failing of any justice system, especially ours.
3 were good
But
behavior.
also, to
3 on good
actively say
behavior.
yes to something, to agree to something like that, I think is extremely ignorant in general, because to say that you would, one, have the moral ground to actively choose that if you were given those two choices, one, I don't think that most of us would have that stance. But two, for us to say that we would put ourselves in that position when so many people have been in that situation and they don't mentally make it through those 5 years. I don't I That's a very deep debate, but I think that to morally say that you are going to pick the first option, I think that you are probably just being ignorant. I think that we all would pick the second option if
I
we had to.
I don't know. I think it really comes down to what you think the least bad horrible crime is. Like, what do you think the least bad horrible crime that you could commit would be in this scenario?
Pushing over
The
a
least
granny
horrible?
on
The
a wheel.
least
Wait.
horrible?
I got it. Pushing over a granny who's crippled into the street.
I thought you were gonna say like into a pool of
Does she
sharks or
die?
something.
Yeah, she dies.
She dies. Okay, so
Um,
murder,
That's the
right?
least horrible.
I get
Yeah,
yeah.
that's like the least horrible one. Because, I mean, she was probably already on her way out. She's a
Oh
grandma.
my
She's crippled,
god.
you know.
Well, this is I mean this is
Like,
a very simple trolley problem, right? Your
yeah.
life uninhibited versus yeah. I mean again, very horrible. And Vitor, you have no one to blame but yourself for this discussion. But I think they're very philosophically important to talk about and to hash out because like these things do carry a weight, and there's a reason why certain punishments have different sentences. It's because this stuff matters. The impact matters very greatly. That's why I asked the question. I think it's a very important and interesting question for this topic.
Yeah,
I do.
valid.
I do as well, but
Um,
I think we both are taking the second option.
Yep.
I had a very hard time picking this because one thing about me is I'm very sensitive, like straight up. If I talk down a person or if I'm rude to somebody or if I'm an asshole, I have a lot of guilt over that. If I commit mass murder, I don't know what I would think of myself. I would probably be very depressed for a very long time. It
Well,
would probably
like
consume me.
you
It would
could
probably consume me.
you could confess to anyone you wanted and nothing would happen because you're exonerated automatically. You'd be like, I can't believe I did this. I lit them on fire, guys. I just and like no one would care. Like it's real. It's like a
It's
superpower,
like
man.
llamas with hats. Did you kill him? No. Well, I stabbed him 57 times in the chest. Carl, that kills people.
The bleeding did. His blood
So,
shouldn't leave his body.
so I mean, it's really hard for me to say because I'm sitting in my comfy chair with my comfy hoodie, and I'm saying that I'm picking the first option, right? But it's easy for me to pick the first option when it's not in front of me. I think
Exactly.
that if I'm in a real life scenario and I'm giving this option, I'm probably picking the second one with a lot of remorse, you know.
Yeah,
So
but when you're making that decision, what's going through your mind is, I'm gonna spend 5 years without holding my girlfriend. I'm gonna spend 5 years without seeing my mom in a like party situation. I'm gonna spend 5 years without being around my family. The next time I see my cousins, they're not gonna look the same. Like, that is the weight of that decision, and that's why I don't
that's
think any
exactly
of
what I was
us
thinking
would.
about. Like,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna change as well. Like this part of me that wants to like hold back the guilt and whatnot. Like that side would change. Like I would come out a completely different person. Right.
Five
So
years is kind of like if we really think about the impact, and
if I
you're
said
totally
two, would
right
you guys
about
think?
it.
If I said two, would you guys rethink it?
I would definitely change my tune. But what I'm saying here is that I think a lot of people would still pick the 5-year sentence because it is 5 years is a very long time, but it's also only 5 years. You know, if you live to
To the
80,
general
that
scope
is
of your life, yeah.
that is like that's less than 6% of your lifespan or whatever it may be. If you increased it to 10, 15, 20 years, you would get more and more people with each increment increased flipping to the other side, you know. And so even still, like when I say I pick the second one, it's still a very tough thing because like do I want to like
Spend the rest of my
accept
life
that
guilty over it.
yeah, do I even want to accept that I would kill someone to sacrifice 5 years, you know, or
How about
sacrifice
this?
five
Let's say the
years?
crime is just for our Saw reference, the crime is that you sold a high schooler a motorcycle that you knew had faulty brakes and he died.
Fuck. That's brutal. You know, but I don't know that it's very different. Well, it is different because that is gross
That's
negligence, and that would be
yeah.
second degree. I don't even know if it would be murder. I guess it's still
But
premeditated.
somebody
so
with
maybe.
that level of negligence probably doesn't care about the person dying. To be honest, a person that negligent probably
Yeah,
doesn't care.
yeah, yeah, probably not. I really, oh man. Again, like I just don't want to like say that I'm comfortable killing someone because I don't
I
want to
know,
sacrifice 5 years of my life.
because
You know,
that
it's
one really
so
fucks with the
Yeah,
guilt.
that's
I
the
feel
part
like.
as well, right? That has to come after the fact.
yeah. This is a really tough one. I'm very interested in what other people would have to say about it.
No points.
Broofy, where do you, or, well, we've already gotten where Broofy lies on it. No points issued, I'm assuming.
He might have. I mean,
Okay.
honestly, he might have changed my mind a little bit
Huh?
because like it is
Uh-huh.
like 5 years is a long time, but it
You know,
is 5 years. It's not 10.
Ah,
You know what I mean? It's not
you kill this guy.
like people get life sentences for murder. You know, 5 years is easy
Yeah.
compared to that. If we think about it through that lens,
Yeah,
Yeah, but
go
it was
after
5
first.
years for nothing.
It's a
Don't
tough
abuse
one.
them, Jets. Don't.
I don't think there is a right
Okay,
answer
so the
necessarily.
Huh? Change it. Okay, so we're all going second, I guess. I still don't know, honestly, but right now I'm picking second.
Okay.
That might be one where instinctively you might be able to force yourself to press the first button before you think about it too hard. That might be one where you don't allow yourself to
I
think
think
about
you
it
also
because
maybe
you
pick
know
the
if you
second
think
without.
about it.
I think you also pick the second without thinking about it. They're like, okay, you pick the second. I'll go and kill somebody. Now you have to go and actually go kill somebody to save 5 years of your life.
Yeah. I
fucking
think
rough.
that would be a fucking crazy like setup for like a short film.
Right? Look at us.
Yeah, like okay, you click the second one, here's the knife, here's the gun, go do it.
Yeah, now go ahead. Now go ahead. So no, on that premise, I might actually pick the first one, bro. Like I
Right?
can't do
Like,
it. I can't
man.
do it.
Yeah, think about it
I
that
can't do
way.
it.
That's crazy.
What, for 5 years of your life, you're gonna rob someone of like what, 60?
Right. It's yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You got to find a really old lady who has cancer.
No, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna make it easy on you.
We'll just break into the hospital and sneak in and unplug and
Yeah, unplug someone who was scheduled to die tomorrow.
I just had to charge my phone.
Wait. I got a question. Is
Yeah.
the sentencing for something like that different? Because you're taking 1 day away from
I don't-
someone versus.
I don't think so. I still think that would be first degree murder.
Yeah, it's still
Well,
first degree.
absolutely it would. Like I could die tomorrow, but that doesn't mean that I don't have the
Well, obviously you'd be charged first degree, but I'm saying like sentencing, it would have to be lighter, right?
I don't
mean,
know.
sure, but
Is there
they're not
precedent
for the
for that?
purpose of this prompt.
I don't want to look it up.
Has anyone
Some red
intentionally
flags, yeah, red
unplugged someone
flags.
who was scheduled to be unplugged?
You know, Your Honor, I just couldn't stand that Oswald killed JFK like that. I just had to do it. There's a lot of implications here.
Yep.
In Now we're tying in seeing the past.
Yeah. It was just a fucking like.
Rupi, what do you think?
Uh,
I'm going the first
I'm
one.
flipped over to the
I'm going
first
the
one
first one.
too.
I'm going the first one.
After hashing it out. 5 years versus like depriving someone else. Yeah, I can't do that. I think I care too much about human life. I
I
couldn't do
can't
it
do
either.
it. I'm taking the second option.
Okay.
Well, so now
I
it's Anthony 3-2.
I get it. I don't think I could ever like if I was actually forced to do that. I don't think I could ever do it.
Dude, I spent 12 hours in jail and it made me want to die so bad.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I've never.
Nah,
It's so miserable.
prison from what I hear is different a little bit, but I know that that's hell as well.
I've heard
you know?
prison is much nicer than jail, but still not good, obviously.
Yeah.
Right, you're still you're still in prison.
Right.
All right.
Good debate. Tough
We have
one.
3 more,
All right.
and I think these are the best. Especially the last 2. But anyway, would you rather have a perfect memory for everything you have ever experienced, or have the ability to forget anything you want at will?
The second one. I need the second one. I have too much guilt.
Yeah,
Second one.
I don't have, and I don't envy, things that you have gone through or that Vitor have gone through or that I've gone through in my past. But I definitely find the first option in my life and the way that I process information, think about things to be much more valuable to me. So I would be choosing the first one, but I totally get, wanting to forget, and it's a much better way than forgetting via substance abuse or whatever, which people do all the time. So
I guess my only hang up on this is if I forget those memories, do I forget the lesson, or do I still keep that like core defensiveness?
That's a good
against
point.
that?
That's a good point.
The way I thought of the prompt, you just lose the mind of the events, not what you got out of it.
Okay.
Okay, then yeah, the second one. You're telling me that I could clear my mind of all my pain almost. That's freeing. I couldn't pass that up.
I think that makes the
very fair.
the debate more interesting to me, but I'm still leaning the first one, and I think it's mostly about
I
just
think
my
the first one
personality
is
type.
more valuable. The second one comes from a more weaker perspective.
I don't think it's a weak perspective.
I don't think it's about weak.
It's a
I think it's
comfort.
about
It's
what
a
a person
comfort thing.
needs.
Yeah, it's a
It's
comfort
about what a
thing.
person needs.
But for my personality type, to be able to like recall anything that I've ever seen, heard, watched, anything like that, and be like, actually, no, you said this thing, you fucking idiot. And, like, that would be so fucking fun to do all the time. On the actually meme come to life, man. I'd be such an asshole.
Dude, you'd be the Trey Tucker 100th pick overall, but literally every draft pick.
Yeah. Hey, new Jeopardy champion right here. Let's fucking go.
Dude, my dad, whenever I was 16, he was like, I really need to get you on Jeopardy because you just know a bunch of stupid shit, so you'd be really good at it.
No,
He's like, you know a lot of useless information. You'd be great at game shows.
I call it knowing a little about a lot is like the phrase that people use for that. And I think I fall into that camp too.
I know a lot about a little. Like, if you want to talk to me about dinosaurs and football, you got me. You got me.
But the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, I mean, you could.
I mean, I'm not much of a World War One buff myself, personally.
Yeah. Okay, that was a pretty easy one. Simple
I am
one.
personally going the first one purely on a student level here.
Yeah, the
imagine how
Hogwarts
easy
guy.
dental school would be. Fuck, bro. And being a dentist. God.
No, it would.
Dude, being a dentist and just, oh my god, dude, that would be so convenient not having to look at your patient's history every time you fucking see them.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
fuck them logs. I remember everything.
The amount of application in the real world, like your girlfriend would never, never, ever, ever criticize you for not noticing her haircut or anything like that. Because like you could just
I guess
notice
as a
every
server as well, that would make my tips crazy because I
yeah,
would always remember my face or always remember faces.
yep. And you could be like, "Oh, hey, it's John from last week. How's it going, man?" Like,
Yeah, dude, I
Exactly.
try my best to do that shit. Like I'm always how's it going, Mr. So and so? I shake hands. It goes a long way whenever you're in the service
It really
industry. I think
does.
Mhm.
that
It really does.
that's something that a lot of people don't do, but shaking hands is one of the best things you can do as a server. That'll get your tips up a lot if you shake hands.
Hmm.
It just builds a trust, right?
It's respect, it's
Respect. It's
rapport. Yeah.
100% about
Yeah.
respect thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because a lot of, I mean, not just culturally, I mean, a lot of men look down upon servers. I mean, it's just you are a server. You are providing service. You are the henchman of the fucking thing, the establishment. So whenever you establish yourself as you shake your hand, you give them respect, you give them that like authority. It's gonna make them treat you with more respect because it makes you appear knowledgeable. It makes you appear like you know that they are a lead or whatever. It gives them that satisfaction.
Right.
Competent and assertive too, though. I think is a really, really good qualities in any profession and any relationship.
Hmm. Absolutely.
All
Indeed.
right. Cool.
Proving.
Yeah. Anthony's getting another point here, as we established.
Of
That's gonna be
course.
4-2.
Hmm.
But don't falter, Jacob. We have two more.
Hey, that last one, I like both sides of the coin.
Cool. So you're gonna give you half a point.
No,
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 it's not a common.
no. It
All
wouldn't end
right.
in a tie
No,
though,
capitalism
regardless.
only.
Winner takes all.
I so
Yes.
this next one. The reason why I thought about this prompt is I've often thought about what's out there, and the explanations, possible explanations as to why we don't know for certain if life outside Earth exists or not, right?
Okay.
So, the prompt is: would you rather find out for certain that intelligent life exists elsewhere, or find out that humans are completely alone in the universe?
Oh.
B. I am all in favor of the second option. I am as defensive of a person as it gets, and I do not like
Unfortunately.
threats. And we have n- millions of unknown threats in the water, and I don't need millions of unknown threats in outer space.
They're in the sea. They're in the sky. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. Jesse.
This is a really fascinating one, just like what you said, and uh, part of the pursuit of wonder is like wanting and desiring that kind of thing elsewhere, and it doesn't have to be intelligent life either, right? It could be a little bacteria, which would be very scary. Actually, it would be more scary than intelligent life, probably, or like plant life
Probably.
as well. Um, other kinds of fauna too that aren't intelligent. That said, I think there is something to the the certainty that we are alone. Therefore, we need to take extra care of ourselves. You know what I mean? Like this is the one thing, and this is actually a really oh man, how deep do I want to get into this? Because this is a very like I have thought about this for such a long time and researched a lot about this and everything. Do you guys know about the great filter theory?
Uh-uh.
No, I'm
The great
happy to hear.
filter is a theory that basically posits that every civilization, and not just civilization, but every life form in general, goes through different filters in their existence and in their evolution that determines whether or not they will go extinct or if they will prevail and continue on as a species. And there's different schools of thought on it where there may be several filters in one creature or species evolutionary cycle, or there may just be one filter, and if they can hit that critical moment, then they will succeed. And if there are several, humanity seems to have passed a bunch of thresholds, as well as, of course, many other creatures on the Earth. But if there's one, we don't know if we've passed it or if it's coming up yet, and that is partially part of the
Right.
scary thing too. And if we know that nothing else is around, scientists have both suggested that it's a very positive thing as far as the Great Filter is concerned, and a negative thing. It's a positive thing because that could mean that we've passed the filter already, and the filter might be very inconsequential because there are so many other alien beings that have also passed the filter. If we haven't yet, and nothing else is around, that could also be a positive thing because that means that we might be the furthest ahead on the filter, and other
Right.
creatures just haven't advanced to this level yet. Where it becomes a negative thing, though, is if there are tons of creatures out there, that could also mean that the
They're
filter has
smarter
not
than
been
us.
hit yet for
Mm.
anyone. And therefore, our filter could be coming up very soon. We don't know. We don't think we passed it yet. It could come up very soon. And the fact that,
Theoretically, it is very soon because it's probably going to be in the next million years, more than likely.
you think, well, it depends. It depends on what your school of thought is. Some people, an asteroid could be the next great filter.
Look it up. I mean, what is it? Chances of humans surviving another million years is like next to nothing.
I mean, that's different. I think, that's more about.
Stop.
And maybe the filter could be to that point, though, us destroying ourselves. It could be pandemic. It could be tons of different things. It could be that we never make it off of the Earth in time before an asteroid hits or before the sun explodes in 4.5 billion years. Like, there could be so many different filters along the way. And that's true. Maybe in a million years we aren't around at all, and there's not even a single like inkling, or Voyager's gone too. Who knows? But I just think that whole theory and what I just went through with all the different scenarios and what each one could imply and how the schools of thought think about them, it's just, again, I'm sorry about the rabbit hole, but it's just so fascinating to me and super interesting. That said, finally getting to my answer here. Knowing whether we are alone or not confirmed, I would rather have the latter because, again, we would then have a much greater duty to take care of ourselves. I think. Whether that's actually applied, who knows? But most people philosophically would agree, like, okay, this is our shot. Let's take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna change you guys' answers on the prompt. Okay, now just a quick question: had I said that we find out that there's more life, and then this life is willing to cooperate with us, would that change your answer?
I mean, I wasn't even really necessarily afraid of
No.
an aggressive, intelligent life form, so I don't think that weighs in my answer either, because I just didn't even think about that as like, it didn't really matter to me.
See, that's the biggest fear for me is that it's an aggressive, intelligent life form. But regardless, I'm choosing no. I don't want any intelligent life form to be out there because, like Anthony said, I would rather us be top dogs, less of a threat to us if we only have to worry about asteroids and meteors and the sun.
Was the
But
prompt
also, if
was the prompt intelligent life or just life?
Just
life.
life.
Yeah, maybe I am more in the camp of one then, because it's hard to like think of alien life as like moss on the ground, but that would count. The breakthrough that would be in science would be unprecedented as well. I'm actually gonna flip my answer. I'd rather have number one.
I guess my biggest fear is that if there's a life that survives at or in space, then the likelihood of us being able to combat it before it would be able to eradicate us is very much zero.
Maybe that's not necessarily true though. Like we
I
could be the
guess, but
ones.
maybe they're in a planet like elsewhere. We don't know necessarily if they're out in space.
If we're
and
talking
commenting the
intelligent life, we could be the ones
cosmos.
that visit them first. You know.
Yeah.
There is actually this whole debate though about like tying into Jacob's fear here about if we do pick up a radio signal that is not ours, that is foreign, like, do we even answer the call? And that is a very big, like, hotly contested debate among scientists, among engineers, among all these different schools of thought, all these different think tanks, all these different really, like,
The answer is
important,
yes, by the way.
smart people. Yeah, the answer might be yes, the answer might be no. It really depends on what your school of thought is on the whole thing. Do you answer or do you not?
I
Jacob would
would.
not answer.
I mean, regardless of if you answer or not, they probably know you that you are there.
That's
Not
exactly why I would
necessarily.
answer it.
Not necessarily. We don't know how
Maybe they're sending
long.
out a signal.
We don't know how
Yeah.
long ago those radio waves are from. They could be from 3 billion years ago, and they might not even exist anymore. Similar to us, not potentially not existing in 1 million years. They might not even be around. We have no clue.
So then, how could we possibly or call radio waves life form? Like, how could we possibly like a way to that when it could
Well,
just be atmosphere?
atmosphere does not cast radio waves. That's the difference. And what I'm suggesting is not that an atmosphere is casting that. What I'm suggesting is because radio waves travel at the speed of light, light has a finite distance, they're light years, right? The closest other planet to, or not other planet, the closest other star and solar system to our own is 4 light years away, which is about 10,000 years away from, like, it would take us 10,000 years with our current propulsion technology to even reach that. That's how fast light travels in space. If something, a radio wave traveled to us, we don't know if it took 4 light years or if it took 4 billion light years. Does that make sense?
Makes total sense.
Therefore, if it is 4
Yeah.
billion light years, that means that radio wave is 4 billion years old. It's just like how we have no idea, actually, if Betelgeuse is even there anymore. Because Betelgeuse in the sky, the light that we're seeing in the sky from Betelgeuse is about 650 years old. It's taken 650 years to travel to us. And the theory is that Betelgeuse is a very old star by our scientific calculations. It could already be gone, and we would not be able to observe it until much later than it happened. And if it already has happened, if it happened 500 years ago, we would have to wait another 100 years before we even see the supernova in the sky. That's really fascinating stuff.
Indeed. Universe is trippy. I'm really torn on this, but curiosity would get the best of me. I would say 1.
Yeah, I'm fully in the camp of 1 now.
And maybe I regret it. Maybe Jacob would laugh in my face once they tell me that it's an intelligent life trying to kill us.
I mean, if it's an intelligent life, then that's like has space travel. We don't have chance of winning.
Oh, we just need
Anyway,
President
right,
Whitmore and Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum, and we'll
If
be
there,
good.
if there's intelligent life that can get to our galaxy system, or not the Milky Way. If there's fucking intelligent life that can travel from their universe to the Milky Way or whatever, we are fucked. There's no, yeah,
That
we
is
can't win.
one of the suggested theories that could happen. It's like the Christopher Columbus. I don't remember the exact name of it, but it's the Christopher Columbus effect thing where the second an advanced or a more advanced by our standards civilization encounters with a more primitive civilization like Christopher Columbus going into the Caribbean and landing in the Caribbean with all the native tribes there, that they
We're
are
gonna get
much more
enslaved.
likely to weaponize their strength and their advancement to enslave those people. But if we don't, there's just so many unknown variables. It's very hard to say
Watch
whether or
humans
not.
just be the only intelligent life form that just cannot be morally good.
That's possible too. Again, the amount of unknown variables are just so unbelievable. And think about this. We always make the conversation about intelligent life, and that is the most interesting thing, probably, for a lot of people at least. But think about how much intelligent life we have on Earth. There's one species versus trillions and trillions of other species that are not intelligent. The odds of even another intelligent life form beyond the trillions and trillions of unintelligent life forms is really, really, really small. If we ever found something, it would probably be because we traveled somewhere and found it there. But again, that's think about how far in the future we'd be in that scenario still.
My only problem with that is the guy who is conducting our space travel.
Yeah, I mean, we would have to last the however many years it takes to get to that point anyway.
Yeah.
That's our great filter.
Yeah, dude, our great filter is an island.
Oh, fuck. All right, let's do the last one here.
Unfortunately, Jacob, you already lost. It's 5-2. But I think we've
That's
generated lots of good conversations. And this last one is personally my favorite. All right. You have the chance to talk to a deity. All right.
Okay.
Get the answer. Would you rather get the answer of any one question you seek for, or play one truth and two lies for 3 questions you have, except you will never be given the answer for the 3 questions?
Oh, this is
You can research. You can research. You can
I'm sorry, I
deduce the
spaced
answer.
out so hard. Can you repeat it all?
Yes, I can repeat. You have the chance to talk to a deity, God, if you will. All right. Get the
Okay.
answer of any one question you seek for,
Okay.
or play one truth and 2 lies for 3 questions, except you will never be given the answer for the 3 questions, or you will never confirm the answer to the 3 questions. You can research, you can deduce the answer, but you cannot be given the actual answer for the 3 questions.
This reminds me a lot of
I mean, you have to take the first one.
you know, I don't remember what the scenario is called, or if it is from directly from scripture or not, but this idea that like the devil, Lucifer, Satan, whatever you want to call him, has 2 doors in front of you, and one of them will lead to heaven, one will lead to hell. And he's like, you can choose, you can ask me one question about the doors, and that will be the way you determine which door to go through. That second part that you gave here reminded me a lot of that story. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Briefly, I've heard about Satan's doors, but
Yeah.
not the question part.
Is that what it's called? Satan's doors?
Yeah, that's what I've heard of. Like, that's
Well,
how
I
I've
mean,
referred to it.
Hades. Yeah.
Oh, is it Hades doors? No, it's definitely Satan.
Yeah.
Because in Greek mythology, everyone goes to Hades. Right?
In Greek, yes.
I don't know. Anyway, that's what they reminded me of. It's not what we're talking about, so I'll stop yapping. 2 truths and a lie.
You have to go number 1, because the 2 truths and a lie doesn't give you anything. You just don't know. And if you're...
I mean... yeah.
The only thing that you can maybe do is ask a question that you already know the answer to and hope that that's the one that he lies about, so that way you know the other 2 are true.
That is the recipe to beating Satan's doors. Is asking a question you know the answer to that somehow colloquially references the doors in some way, so you know which door to go through. That is exactly how to beat it, what you just described. I think so. That is true. You don't know what the 2 truths and a lie would be, and you don't know directly what lie it could be. You could deduce it. The cool part about that, though, is that for any one question, you're going to get one answer and one truth. And that's cool because you can choose the question, and therefore you get the answer you hopefully desire from that. The cool part about number 2, though, is that you get 2 truths. 2 truths. And maybe you never find out what the second truth is or what the 2 truths are, but you get double the answer, I guess, to the first question, to the first scenario. So I'm actually going to lean number 2 there. And I think the puzzle would be fun. Can't forget about that.
Cannot. We're talking to God, but yeah, let me think about how am I making this fun.
I definitely am leaning towards one. I wouldn't need to have if the whole point is to gather the information, I would want the information to be guaranteed to be accurate.
That's fair too. I get that. But you could have two. Two is better than one.
True, I could do the second one and have one of the questions be what are today's lottery numbers, so I'm either guaranteed to win the lottery or I know the other two are right. I'm picking the second one. I got it. I figured it out.
Bam, cheat code. Fucking owned, God.
Dude, I either didn't gain knowledge and I won the lottery, or I got 2 knowledge.
That's funny.
By the way, I said 1 truth and 2 lies. I don't know if you guys clocked that.
You did?
I said 1 truth and 2 lies.
Oh,
yes.
then fuck that. I'm picking
No,
number
the
one.
fuck you did not.
Or play 1 truth and 2 lies for 3 questions.
I totally. Damn it! What happened? I picked perfect memory. What happens? Where'd it go?
No, he definitely did not say that. He's fucking with you, one, because there's no way he's not dumb enough to make a prompt that stupid.
Yeah, I mean, then there would be no reason to choose number 2. If it was.
Would you
one truth
rather
and 2
know
lies.
the answer, or would you rather not know the answer?
And it becomes twice as difficult 100% more difficult to figure out the answer. Yeah, there's no reason to choose number 2.
Would you rather know the answer or be confused about something you were already confused about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or know the answer.
You wrote yourself into a corner there, my friend. You'll go back to the original.
Yeah, no, Rufy, there's no way that makes sense. No.
He had to have changed that on the
Okay,
fly just to see what our reaction was. There's no shot.
Well,
Yeah,
rage
that was
bait.
100% just to fuck with
Rage
us.
bait unsuccessful.
Let's go, yes.
No.
That's the fucking lie right there.
Devil's deception. I saw it on the way he was fucking smiling when he said it, because he had the fucking, full of shit look on his face.
But yeah, in that case, I agree with you guys.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool.
See, this is casual racism by Google. You looked up Devil's Deception, and the first thing it fucking mentions is Allah.
Fucking, yeah. Deception of choice, where the enemy offers options that appear attractive, beneficial, or harmless, but are designed to lead to compromise, spiritual bondage, or destruction. That's not what I was talking about. Why can't I find what I was talking about? At least you guys understood what I was trying to get at with that whole dilemma.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to look it up. I'll have to really find out what it's called so I can share it with you guys. But it's really fucking cool.
I have the real philosophical question.
Okay.
Xbox 360
Uh-huh.
or PlayStation 4?
Well, I've always been
PlayStation 4.
I've always been an Xbox man, so I would be remiss to not choose the 360.
Dude, the 360 Black Ops 1 lobbies were so unreal. I was a fucking 8-year-old playing Sticks and Stones.
I loved the controller too.
Yeah, dude, the 360 controllers were peak. They had the best triggers out of any controller.
Mm-hmm. Really good. All right. Well, Vitor, is that it? Are we all done? Did I win?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
He won.
Hooray! Victory! Screech!
2.
All right. Well, that was fun. It was very insightful. We got to, I think, learn a little bit more about each other and ourselves along the way. I did
I think
flip flop a couple times because I'm a fucking coward. But
Yep.
Vitor, why don't you give us our coastal call?
Well, my pleasure. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this philosophical, goofy, stupid episode of Coast to Coast. Anthony, victory speech. I guess it's a victory. It wasn't a competition, but you had your words. I'll leave you quiet. Jacob, any thoughts about your opinions?
I'm a pussy and I live in fear, and that guided most of my decisions. and you guys are more adventurous and knowledgeable, and you want to be better about yourselves, and that's why you guys agreed more.
Wow, I did not expect to go this route here.
That's the laugh track that I chose.
Wow.
I gave you a walk in my shoes. There.
That's what you're gonna have to edit in.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much.
This
It
has
was
been
fun.
Coast to Coast. Please subscribe. Please like. Please tell which prompt was the best.
Yeah, let us know who's right and who's wrong, because there's obviously an objective truth to all of this.
Of course.
Strong words here.
Thank you, everybody. Peace.